Guile with that haircut.
Yeah.
And always with the comb. What did
so
he throw?
cool.
I always assumed he threw his comb.
Oh, no, when he was doing the Sonic Boom?
Yeah, I just thought it was his comb going.
What? Oh my gosh, that's so cute,
I
Mike.
don't know. I was a child.
You know what a Sonic Boom is, right?
Yes. Sonic
Yeah.
Boom!
Yeah, so he's just
It
throwing
was just
air.
noise,
He's just
sound,
clapping air.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just clapping
He's
back.
just
He was
clap.
the original clapback. He was like clapping you out.
Okay, now I get it. I thought it was his comb he was throwing.
I think it should be his comb.
Yes,
I
he just
think
took
they
his
need-
comb and just threw it. He's like, you need a style.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of the Addison Gaming Podcast, the show where we talk about the games we want to whenever they came out, because that's what we're playing. We'll talk old stuff. We'll talk new stuff. We'll talk everything in between. I am your host, Wicked Gamer UK Allen, but on this episode, you can call me SNES because that is the only way to pronounce that acronym. Get SNES out of here. Disgusting.
You don't like SNES?
It makes me feel sick to my stomach. It makes me violently ill. It is SNES until the day I die. Not having it
I'm
from any
just
other
gonna sit
way.
on the couch and play a little SNES.
And as always, that's the dulcet tones of the most amazing co-host in the world, Mike Maldi, aka the Super Famicom Poppy. Ooh, how you doing, Mike?
I'm doing well. Excited for today's episode.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Gonna get this ranking in order.
Absolutely. Tell the listeners what we doing today.
What we doing? Well, we asked ChatGPT because why not? We asked them, that what are the top 20 SNES games of all time? SNES games of all time. And it spit out a list, and we're going to rate that from D list or D to S tier. And but we have a little caveat. We can only put 4 games in every tier level. So we do have to rate some of these, which pretty much all of them could be S tier in some people's library, and but we have to put 4 in the D category. So D tier list.
Yeah, I like that stipulation, Mike, because you're right. Every one of these games is 100% S tier pretty much, right? Maybe one or two we could argue, but this way we have to then say, how do you split the best of the best into this tier group? So that's pretty good.
Yeah, something different, something fun to do.
Yeah, just something fun to do. I think that's quite fun. And then what I don't know though, so what we then both looked at this list that ChatGPT spit out. And I then ranked my list of them, and then you've done yours, but I haven't seen yours, right? So there might be a little bit of a punch out battle, which isn't on the list actually. Punch Out. Isn't on that list.
It's not. It didn't make it. Didn't make the cut. But we will have to battle out and come to an out of sync gaming agreement of what our official OSG list will be. So
100%. You know what I like? What's interesting about asking ChatGPT this when this list came through, and we'll talk you through the list, right? We're going to show you everything first. Is it isn't exactly it doesn't match up with things like IGN's list or other big lists. So
and what's even funnier, you asked ChatGPT what the top 20.
Right.
What are the top 20 SNES games of all time? And I asked ChatGPT, what are your top 20? It's like asking it, what is its top 20? And our lists were slightly different. Things are out of order. So, and then I asked it, what are mine based on, because you know me, girl, come on now. And then gave me my top 20, which was crazy. But then, so I organized, don't worry, I got it ready to go.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe we should just get into it. Shall we do this?
All right. Well, let's get this ball rolling.
Let's get this SNES. I'll have it no other way. Ugh, I can't believe you say SNES. That made me. I actually
I don't say SNES. I just said it to make you
because it pisses me off.
Yes, of course.
Have you ever heard that argument though? SNES versus SNES.
I have, yes.
And which one do you actually fall? Which camp do you fall into?
I prefer SNES just
Yeah.
because SNES just does sound weird, but it doesn't give me like the burps like it gave you. So
Yeah. I think though, the more like I think SNES is more of like a UK thing or a European thing, and SNES is more of a US thing. I
it also
think that's
sounds
how
just
it's
sounds
like
gross.
a
So.
SNES. Like, ooh, it sounds like you
Did you
just
just
like,
snaz on
yeah,
me?
did you SNES on me? It's like, oh no, I did a SNES. Like you just shat your pants or something. It's
I
fucking
did a
gross.
snaz.
Do a little SNES. Oh gosh. Well, the only thing that I know from this list that we can probably agree on is that we both think it's SNES. So as far
Yes,
as
that's fine
Addison
with
Gaming
me.
goes, if you ever guest on Addison Gaming with me and Mike, don't bring your SNES energy, bring some SNES
Don't
energy.
bring your snaz energy.
Future guests know that. Um, okay, great. So here we go. So this is the list. And if I'm right, Mike, the way that you've ordered them on the bottom row with
Currently,
all
it's
the
from
box
left to
art.
right.
Okay.
Left to
Yeah.
right is the order that ChatGPT gave us.
Right. So their order was number one, Zelda,
Zelda.
two, Metroid, and so forth, all the way
Mm-hmm.
down to Super Ghost and Ghouls. Super Ghost and Ghouls. What do you think? What do you think to that list?
I think they did a decent job. Now,
Mm-hmm.
for me, there are some games on here that I don't even put in these top 20,
Yeah.
mainly because like there's games that I don't really enjoy playing or didn't
Right.
enjoy playing when these games came out. Like I'll just tell you, right, like Final Fantasy is one of those games that I
Mm,
never really enjoyed that RPG, that style RPG game until I got much
yeah.
older. So it just
Right.
depends. Like maybe now it would be in this list for me, but
Mm-hmm.
nostalgically, no, it's not. And so yeah, I have a nostalgic list, and there's actually a game on here I never heard of, and I was like, okay, well, so I looked it up and like, okay, where would I rank this based
Yeah.
on what I like? So
Yeah.
so yeah, so yeah, so I don't agree, but I think they did a good job.
Yeah. And that's an interesting point to point out. Like, so yeah, there's some on this list that I maybe played like a minute and a half of, right? I really don't know what it is. So it's not like the most informed
Mhm.
list ranking that we're doing, but we're just having a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think, yeah, I'm pretty like for the most part, I think I agree with you. There are a few, like one we've already alluded to, like Super Punch Out. I thought that was a really great game. I'm surprised it's not on this list. What else is not on here that would have definitely been there, or maybe not necessarily like should have been on there, but stuff I played quite a
I
lot
mean, I would
of.
put Mario Kart. So
Yeah,
Super
Super Mario
Mario
Kart,
Kart.
definitely, one
So
hundred
I guess for
percent.
our listeners, we'll just read the list for you.
Yeah,
First one's Zelda: Link to the Past, Super Metroid, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI or three if you're in the US,
yeah.
Super Mario World, Earthbound, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest, then Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, Secret of Mana, Street Fighter 2 Turbo,
Hmm.
Mega Man X, Yoshi's Island, Donkey Kong Country, Castlevania 4, F-Zero, Contra 3, ActRaiser. Wait, what is it called?
Razor, Act Razor.
ActRaiser.
Yeah,
Thank you. That's the
yeah.
one I never heard of. Tetris Attack, Star Fox, and Ghost Ghouls,
Super Ghost and
Super Ghost
Ghouls.
and Ghouls.
Super Ghost and Ghouls.
And
Yeah,
that
this
is
was
that
at
is ChatGPT's list.
yeah, this is when they were doing the name convention. Everything had to be super
Yeah,
at the
everything had
start,
to be
right when it
super.
came out. Everything was super this, super that, super whatever.
Super.
Yeah. So yeah, some great list of games. I mean, you can't go wrong. And like we said earlier, pretty much most of these could be an S, but we're gonna break it down. Um, so how do we want to start with our D? Should we always start with the D,
We should
Mike?
always start with the D.
Always start with the D. Okay, great. What's the first game on your D list ranking that you think should be put in there?
Okay. My first game on the D list ranking would be Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Great. I've got that one in there as well too.
You
Pop it
do,
right
okay.
into the day. Yeah,
Mainly
great.
because first of all, I've never heard of it, unfortunately. But but from what I've read, it is infamously hard. It's even
Hmm.
unfair to play. It
Yeah.
has beautiful sprite work and spooky vibes, but the frustration outweighs the fun for the most part. So is what I've read.
Yeah. Yeah. I would absolutely agree with all those things. So like you know, did, Ghost and Goblins. Did you ever play that on the Nintendo?
No.
Okay, so this is part two of that. This is like
Okay.
the Super Nintendo version of it, and it is one of those things where it's like known for being like the original Souls like, where you like basically take two hits and you're dead, and it's all super precision platforming, and basically it's a memory test. Like you have to just remember when every enemy is coming at you and jump, and then just
Oh,
to
okay.
get all the way through, kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, it's fine and it's really good, but it just to me, I'm like, yeah, it's great, but I don't. That's not fun to me. I don't love having to like die all the
Yeah, I
time and
think
go,
this
okay,
one probably wouldn't even made my list
no, it would have
at
definitely not
all
been on my
on my
top
top
20.
20. So
No.
back to when I was saying Final Fantasy probably wouldn't have
Mm-hmm.
been on my list here, but now knowing who I am and how I play differently,
Yeah.
I do enjoy those RPG type games, and so this surprisingly, I'm not putting Final Fantasy. I was gonna put it in my D list, but I'm changing my mind now because I know I would actually love this game, and I know it has an amazing soundtrack.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna. It's not my D list, so I don't know. What's your next D one? Give me your D.
My next D would be ActRaiser. I think
Act
that one needs to go in there.
Razor.
Is that on your D
Okay,
list?
I do have it on my D list,
Yeah.
and
It's
it is exactly my next one too.
Yeah. So ActRaiser, one of the things that was like really cool about it when it did come out is it was beautiful. It was like a showcase for like super amazing Super Nintendo graphics or
Okay.
SNES graphics. And but it did this like it took gameplay and did like side scrolling platforming, like you had a sword and you had to jump through platforms and do all that side scrolling, but then it did this really interesting like shift of mechanics where you were like top down. It was using the mode 7 graphics really well, and you had to play like you were basically kind of playing as god and saving all these villagers
Okay.
from different things.
Yeah.
So it's a real there's absolutely people out there who think ActRaiser is one of the best games ever made, and more power to you all. It's just not one that ever grabbed my attention. So
Gotcha. Yeah,
yeah.
from what so I've never played it. So this is why it's probably in my D list as well. But from what I was reading, it's a cool concept, side-scrolling action and city building, which I
Hmm.
do enjoy those kind of things.
Oh,
They
interesting.
but
Okay.
both halves feel shallow now, it's
Yeah.
apparently, and
Yeah.
it's more of a cult favorite and has a following than a must play, is what I've
Yeah.
read.
Yeah.
City building, I like city building, but I like it nowadays. Like when I look at sim builders and stuff like that from
Yeah.
the past, it looks or like Ant Colony or whatever those games were, they just look really depressing.
Hmm.
Whereas today, I feel like like I love sim games like The Sims. I love building the houses. I love this game called Universe Sim that's on the PC, and you can just build like cities and like it's fun. It's just really fun
Hmm.
stuff. You can go to the moon. So like those kind of sim games I like now. So when it's like a small city building in a set in a Super Nintendo kind of world, I don't think I would
Yeah.
enjoy that as much. So
Yeah, and a lot of I totally agree with you. I think historically those like the Sims on the Sim City on the Super Nintendo, they made like a unique version of that. And by the way, did you know that Bowser makes an appearance in it? Like
oh really?
he's like the kaiju Godzilla that comes through and destroys the city. Um, so that's a little fun fact, but it never really works with me. Like I'm not into things like Minecraft. It's like, why am I having to build the game that I'm playing? I'm kind of like, isn't that the designer's job and I'm supposed to figure the
Enjoy
puzzle
it.
out? So like, yeah,
I like
it
those
never
games,
really.
but
Yeah.
that's where we differ.
Well,
We're
we
not in
too.
sync there. That's why we're out of sync.
That's why we're out of sync, and I accept your differences, Mike.
Thank
I
you.
accept them.
It'll take me time to accept yours. Okay, so the next one.
Cool.
So
Go
for
for it.
me, the next one, and you're probably I don't know, you might disagree, is F-Zero
That's
on
on
my
my D list.
is it on your D
Yeah, it
list?
is on my D list.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank the Lord. Because okay, I know F-Zero is an amazing game, it's fun, it's great, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't like that type of racing game. I like Mario
Mm,
Kart racing games. I like where I can like
hmm.
throw a shell and how it's completely unfair how you won this race because that blue shell
Yeah.
I know blue shell didn't exist in Super Mario Kart, but still it's like it's all a little chance. And then I feel like
Yeah.
this one's really skill based and I don't have skills. So
Yeah, and like the whole look, F-Zero is absolutely everything you just said. Mechanically, it's an amazing game. It's hard to master. And there are some people out there who can really get the control scheme down
and
correct and
was
be
it on
like
Super Nintendo?
amazing.
Was it multiplayer? I thought it was
It,
nope. Didn't have
yes, it
multiplayer.
was. Yeah,
It
it was
did. Okay.
multiplayer. They would split screen. and it
Okay.
was like a big showcase of the F-Zero, I mean, of the Mode 7 graphics, right? Because
Okay.
it was a launch game for the system, Super Mario World,
Because I know racing
F-Zero.
games existed that weren't multiplayer, and
Yeah,
that would be annoying. So
super annoying. But yeah, not one I mean, one I've messed around with, but I've never really fallen in love with it. So, but it's a good game, right?
it is.
Okay, the last one on my list for the oh, let me just make a note where I'm at. Is I put Tetris Attack down
Okay.
here. I think that so I never really Tetris for me is a portable game. Like it was always on the Game Boy. It was always on the the different iterations on the Game Boy Advance. I never really like wanted to sit with my Super Nintendo and play Tetris on it. So it just never really kind of spoke to me. And plus, like I didn't really
Yeah,
have
Tetris
like
was more of a, like you said, Game Boy
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like style game. So yes, so Tetris Attack, it's really addictive strategic puzzle game.
right.
Um, yeah, they are very addictive games.
Was it on your D or where was
It's
it?
not. It was so. It is the last one on my C list.
Okay.
So on my D list, I put Star Fox
Ooh, okay. Okay.
because Star Fox 64 when that came out, I just was so good.
Oh, it's a
But so when it
masterpiece.
comes to Super Nintendo, it's impressive
Mhm.
use of like the Super Nintendo chip and whatever with the 3D graphics, but
Yeah.
it's clunky and it's choppy now. Like if you go back and you look at it,
Oh,
like, oh,
yeah.
this is very clunky. And
Yeah.
it is cool. But I don't know. I just Star Fox to me is just what I didn't like it until I experienced it on the on
Mhm.
64. So,
Yeah.
but I'm
I'm
here.
not gonna fight you for that one because I have Star Fox on my C, and I think everything you just said is right. Like it is it was so cool to see, but as you see now, it's like it runs at like 12 frames per second. It's really like it was interesting as a kind of technological showcase, but it was never anything that like overtook my gaming time. So
Okay.
yeah, and I think I prefer the
I'm giving
mechanics
it
of
the
a
high
Tetris
D.
game.
I'm giving
The
it the
high
high
D.
D. So that I rearranged them. I rearranged them in the order now of like
Okay.
of the top four in that category.
Okay.
So now
Cool.
Star
I love
Fox
that.
would be the high D. So
Great.
the Tetris is in the low C for me. So back to Tetris. So that's
Yeah.
my C tier. What are
Cool.
your C tiers?
Ooh. Okay. Let me just make a note. I've said that one. I put Earthbound in here in the C tier. This is gonna be a fight.
Okay, well, we're gonna leave that in the pool, just so you
Okay.
know.
Okay. So then maybe we come
I'll
back to
grab
that
it. Let
one.
me grab it. Let me grab it. Okay, so
So
why did
I
you put it there?
well, one because of the stipulations we have for this, like how the rules of this particular grouping, right? We can only have four in there, and came to Earthbound much later. I never owned it on the Super Nintendo. And in fact, I never actually played it when I owned a Super Nintendo. I only played it when it came out original when they released it on the Wii U Virtual Console. Um, and I really liked it. But I think it's really it is interesting. It's got a really like great story. It's a very mature game that I was surprised was on the Super Nintendo, but it's done in a really like cool graphic style. But it just never really fully grabbed my attention. I think
Okay,
maybe it was just so weird that I was kind of like, okay, this I see what you're doing, but it just the rest of the games that are on this list I just think deserve a higher place in my mind. So
gotcha.
yeah.
I can agree with that. Some things do deserve a higher place because I almost had
Mm.
this in S tier.
Oh wow.
Only
Okay. Wow. So different. Okay.
because it's an RPG with heart and humor. It's
Yeah.
bizarre, emotional, and wrapped in like quirky Americana.
Yeah.
And it's just I don't know, like you just remember the enemies and
Oh.
forever. Like the annoying
Oh,
old
for
party
sure.
man, like you're gonna remember him forever. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's more of the nostalgia thing for me.
Sure. Sure.
Um but I don't agree that it goes to the C tier, but I'll leave it there for now because maybe I'll change my mind. because I just changed my mind
Yeah.
about something else. But anyway,
Okay.
so so we'll
Cool.
leave it there for now.
Okay.
You might not like this.
Go on.
I don't know. I'm gonna put so in my C tier. The cops are coming to get me. Where is it? I put Castlevania 4 in my C tier.
Okay. Tell me why.
Well, it's stylish,
Mm-hmm.
atmospheric with great whip mechanics, but it's slow and stiff by modern standards.
Yeah.
It's still worth a Halloween playthrough, but it's just there's better games on Super Nintendo that did that they utilize the system for
Mm-hmm.
me like this like I would rather go to than that one. So
Yeah.
personally, it does
Y-
belong in the top 20
Oh,
games,
100. Oh,
but
absolutely.
it's in my category listings. I don't put it in. I put it in C,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
which is middle, which is high mid. I mean low
Yeah.
mid, but
Yeah. So I actually have Castlevania 4 up in the A list.
okay.
Because it is I agree with you on the like the like the stiff controls and the kind of clunkiness of it, but that was like I feel that's a specific choice around how Castlevanias of that time were designed to control. That was kind of one of the mechanics of it, which didn't like bother me as much. I kind of was like, oh, this is just Castlevania. But like it's still one of the most beautiful games on the Super Nintendo. The music is fucking sick.
Music is sick.
Is so good. And I think it it, it was a little bit easier than like the difficulty level kind of came down because of a lot of the like you could have more directions with your whip and all that kind of stuff. Like they gave you a little bit more like fighting options, if you will. um but then some of the graphics that they pulled off on this was a really early release game
Mhm.
for the Super Nintendo. It must have been within the first year, and some of the things that they pulled off, that Konami pulled off with this, so it's just mind-boggling and still looks amazing today.
Okay.
um, but leave it there for
We're gonna
now,
leave it
and
there
then
for
we could,
now.
yeah, okay, cool.
Okay. So your next one in your
Mm.
C tier.
My C tier next one would be Contra Wars 3. The Alien Wars 3.
Okay. I don't disagree. It was in my low B tier, but
Okay.
why is it what put it there for you?
You know, I like I think Contra, like, okay, so Contra on the NES was one of the
The
first games
NES.
that, yeah, no, Contra on the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, was one of those like core memories for me of like that was one of the first like
Yeah.
two player games that everybody come
Everybody
over.
owned that one.
You know the Konami code. You get the 30 lives. You
Yeah.
run through it. You feel like a badass. It was really cool.
Everybody owned that game.
Contra Wars like looks really cool. It like has a lot of the same like exciting elements, but it didn't feel like it was doing anything like new and different. It just felt like, in a way, it just felt like, oh, we're doing prettier graphics now. But I mean, I still like yeah, it just didn't grab me in the same way as the original Contra did. So for me, it's like, yes, it's great, and I would absolutely sit down and
Okay.
play through it. But for this list, I just thought
I'm
it's
happy
not.
moving that
Yeah,
to the C tier for me. It was in my lowest B tier category.
right.
It is pure adrenaline, explosions, aliens,
Yeah,
over the top action. It's a comfy co op couch game, but it is brutally tough, is the
yeah,
thing. And
yeah.
I love gaming, but I don't like it when it's annoyingly hard. And I like challenges. I like puzzles that are hard to solve. But when it comes to like skill
Twitchy
based
action kind of stuff.
action,
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, so I said, this is so fun. It's good, but yeah, I'll keep it there too. So
yeah. And again, like this is tough because like the
it is
parameters we
tough.
put up, like it's a fucking great game, but
It is
you gotta
tough.
get in your place, Contra, on this list.
So
Yeah. What's your next one?
this is hard because I love this game so much, but I love another game better than it.
Okay.
Um, I love a lot of more games better than it, apparently. Okay, no, okay. So in my high C category, high C,
I see. I
Secret
see.
of Mana.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's gorgeous, it's ambitious,
Yeah.
real-time combat, and three-player co-op. So
Mm-hmm.
the soundtrack's unforgettable, but the menu is clunky.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but the world and the soundtrack are unforgettable.
Yes.
Where'd you put that?
I put that one in my S tier.
Oh,
Leave it there for now.
we will.
Leave
It's
it there
gonna
for
get
now
crowded
because
in here.
it is going to get crowded. I think, one of the things that the Super Nintendo did so well was RPGs, right?
Yeah.
And there are just, as the list you can see from this list, there's so many good ones on there. But the thing with Secret of Mana was that was one of the only RPGs that you could play co-op, and actually it was really, it's just like really well done. Like it was a totally different battle mechanic than like Zelda or Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy. So it was like doing its own thing. And it still had a really strong story and really great replay value and stuff. So like I think it's the combination of all of those things for me, plus like the memory of like playing it with friends when they'd come over and we would like battle together. Um, so you were like, because a lot of the things at the time were like fighting games. So most of the time when you were fighting with your friends, it was like against each other. But this one really made it to where like you were working together to like
Working
try
together,
and like
yeah.
yeah, which was a nice like
So you're
uh,
not all
you know
pissed off throwing the controller when somebody beats you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I think you're right. Like it's not perfect. The menu system was really fucking clunky. There were certain things with like the way that they designed the worlds that it was hard to like tell where to go. Like the graphics are really pretty, but they're not always really clear. So you can kind of like it can get a little bit like, you know, um not hard to control around or whatever,
Yeah.
but it's just not as polished as the others could be. Um but don't move it yet.
It's
Let's
very hard because I
yeah.
don't know what to do now. So and then I also okay, your last C one. I think you have one more C one.
Yeah. My last C one is, and this was yeah, yeah. So I'll just say it and then I'll explain why. So my last C tier on this one is Donkey Kong Country
Oh my
2.
oh my god.
Yeah,
No.
because no, Donkey Kong Country 2.
Oh no.
Yes, Queen. Because um I uh I loved Donkey Kong Country,
Yeah, I
right?
can see
I
that.
just loved it and I 100%ed it. But then unfortunately, Donkey Kong Country 2 came out at a time when like I was just so busy with like school. I think I was in my last year of high school or whatever, or my junior year of high school. And I was like really busy with plays and things like that. So like I just couldn't give it my like attention the way I had
Okay.
given to Donkey Kong Country. So for me, it only goes here because of the stipulations. I know it's a great game, and a lot of people say it's even better than the first one, but controversial hot take, I actually don't love the way this game looks a lot of the times. Like, for example, in the pirate ships on World 2, when you're in the pirate ship, I think they're like Rare is trying to do so much with the graphics. It almost becomes like too much and it's too crowded on the screen. Just because they can doesn't mean they should, right? Whereas Donkey Kong
That's true.
Country from me just felt a lot cleaner and nicer to look at, and it was a lot easier to just kind of process. So for me and if I'm doing this list, DKC is always going to be higher than DKC 2.
Okay, so DKC 2 for me is like A tier.
Oh
So
yeah. Okay.
because when DKC 2 came out, I felt like I was seen. They gave me,
Yeah.
a young girl, a Diddy
True.
Kong character,
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I don't know. I just felt like
Dixie Kong.
sorry, Dixie Kong
Yeah.
And Diddy the young boy. But me as a young struggling gay boy. I
Yeah.
was like, when I saw Dixie, I was like, oh my god! It was just like I don't know. I just liked the fact because
Ponytail
I
whips.
always chose the
Yeah.
girl characters,
Oh
and that's
yeah.
why I
Yeah.
put Donkey Kong Country in the C tier.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because
Okay.
I feel like Donkey Kong Country 2 overshadowed Donkey Kong Country, still does till this
Mm-hmm.
day. Um, Yeah, let's see what I write about Donkey Kong Country 2. Tight controls, layered
Yeah.
level design, hauntingly beautiful music, a major evolution from the first game, just pure platforming bliss is
Yeah.
my little quick take on that.
Yeah.
And that's why Donkey Kong Country 2 was a little higher. Okay, now we have to figure this out.
So I wonder if we. Okay, so we can only have 4. I would say.
I would be okay with putting both Donkey Kongs in the B tier.
Yeah. Yeah, that feels like an agreement.
And
And
now
then
your
see,
problem here is Secret of Mana and
let's come back to Secret of Mana.
Castlevania, I believe, was your other
Mm,
one.
yeah, Castlevania 4 was a bit higher for me. Um, I would I would say I want Castlevania higher than Secret of Mana.
Okay, I'll agree with that.
So let's move it up to the B tier for now. No, put it into the A tier for now.
Excuse me.
Wait, what? Hold it, because what I'm trying to figure. Okay, that's fine. Oh wait, because then I see what we can do. We can just put all of the rest of our B tier in there and then figure it out from that way. Okay, yeah, I see what we're going.
But
Okay, good, good, good.
Castlevania was a C
Okay.
tier for me.
Mm, mm-mm. It's not. It's not.
Okay. So all right, back to B tier now.
Cool.
So Contra 3 was in my B tier,
Okay.
but I moved it to the C tier because it was
Yeah.
like on the bottom of it. So Secret Mana was in my B tier. I put it into my C tier because I rearranged my stuff based on what I loved. So okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So my next one, I guess my first one for my B tier, I'm going to put Mega Man X.
Yeah. I've
It's
got that same one.
slick movement, wall
Yeah.
jumping, great bosses, you got the
Yeah.
weapons. It gave Mega Man formula a cool rebellious edge while staying polished.
Yeah.
It was a great game. So
Mm-hmm.
it was a good game. I love the Mega Man games. I love that whole franchise, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And it's on my B tier too. So,
Okay.
I think the thing with Mega Man that really stuck out with me, Mega Man X, sorry, was it. So the original Mega Man games on the NES, they are so hard, right? But
Mhm.
they're fun because they reward you with like the pleasure of mastering. They're not so hard like Ghost and Goblins or Super Ghouls and Ghosts. They're like manageable hard. So once you get it, you can like feel really good about it. Um, but Mega Man X just reduced the challenge a little bit, but had really cool graphics at the time. Like it almost looked like I remember seeing it for the first time and thinking like, oh my gosh, we're actually playing a Saturday morning
Yeah.
cartoon. This is so beautiful.
I remember just like
Yeah.
the wall jumping. I do remember
Yeah.
that like vividly in my head as a
Yeah.
child. Like, oh my gosh, yes, am I on it? I'm like,
Yeah.
it was just so satisfying.
Yeah, you feel like a fucking badass.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's in Mega Man X. I think it's in Mega Man X2, but maybe it's Mega Man X. Listeners, if you can remember, like, let us know in the comments. But I think you can get the Hadouken in one of these games in Mega Man X or Mega Man X2.
I
Like,
have no
if
idea.
you have to beat it, like, I can't remember the parameters of it, but you basically get the Hadouken Fireball and then you can play it through on the next round or whatever. How cool is that? What a crossover.
It
What's
was, see, I want to know the answer now. Mega
oh
Man X, Mega Man X. It was Mega Man X.
Oh, it was. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So in that one, you can get the Hadouken. So then my B tier, just to like build on that, I put Super Street Fighter 2 or Street Fighter 2 Turbo in the B tier.
Oh, thank God. Me too.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I mean, how many countless hours did I play this
Exactly.
game? I mean, it was just constantly on repeat. I remember. I remember when Street Fighter 2 came out, the first one, and just like being like, "Oh my gosh, this is the most incredible thing." And like that was when I first started like staying up playing games until 3 in the morning and eating potato chips and like drinking Coke and like all that stuff because of Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, it
Uh,
just can't, there's endless hours of fun.
oh, ton. Yeah. I mean, what else could be said about it?
Replayable.
They just made it better and better, and that's why it deserves to be in this list, right?
Exactly.
It's just so
And
good.
it's
Yeah.
still one of it's still a game you can just pick up and play. Like
Yeah.
it's always a good game.
Always good. So we've done
Even
those
though
two.
my older
What's
brother would kick my
your
ass on it, but whatever. Okay, so
Wait, who is your favorite to play as in Super Street Fighter 2?
guess you already
Or
know who it
Chun-Li?
was. Yatta.
Always.
They're
My
always
favorite,
Chun-Li. But those big ass
100% Chun-Li.
calves. Thick thighs make my D tier list rise.
I would flip between Chun-Li and Vega quite a lot, just because of
I
he was
liked
so camp.
Dalsim with the long arms.
Yeah.
And I also liked Dalsim. Vega was scary, and
Yeah.
I always thought Ryu was hot. So
Oh yeah, totally.
yeah, Ryu, Ken, both, like just depending on which one it is.
Guile was hot too.
Guile with that haircut.
Yeah.
And always with the comb. What did
so
he throw?
cool.
I always assumed he threw his comb.
Oh no, when he was doing the Sonic Boom?
Yeah, I just thought it was his comb going.
What? Oh my gosh, that's so cute, Mike.
I don't know. I was a child.
Oh, I know, but you know what
Attracted to these men.
But you know what a Sonic Boom is, right?
Yes. Sonic
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, so he's just throwing
It was just
air.
noise,
He's just
sound,
clapping air.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just clapping
He's
back.
just
He was the original clapback. He was like clapping you out.
Okay, now I get it. I thought it was his comb he was throwing.
I think it should be his comb.
Yes,
Like,
he just took his comb and just threw it. He's like, "You need a style."
Fucking hell, that
But he
is
always
so
did comb his
amazing.
hair, didn't he?
Yeah, at
Like
the
his
end, yeah,
winning
and it
one,
was
he's
like his winning pose. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So, and then also in the B tier list that we need to put, you said that I was going to put RPG, Mario
Yeah, me too.
RPG.
Oh,
Well,
perfect.
let me
So
move this down.
is
There we go.
great.
Yeah. So, but the problem is now we have too much in the B tier list. But Mario RPG was simple but snappy.
Yeah.
Tons of Mario charm. It's silly, accessible, and surprisingly heartfelt. It was a great intro to RPG,
Mhm.
which is one of the reasons why I think I like RPGs now. Like
Mhm.
before Pokemon, like Pokemon was like the first RPG I ever played. But this one made like regular, like just computer RPGs even, or just even Final Fantasy
Yeah.
look appealing to me. So
Yeah.
like just because it's Mario and it's RPG and the story is great, and so
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, agreed. I think what I loved about this one is I think this was Square that partnered with them. It was one of the first times Nintendo had partnered with Square, because they were like really joined up as a like, collaborative. They both loved each other at the time, and then they had a big falling out when the PlayStation came out.
Okay.
But it was also like the first time that we'd seen the sort of pre-rendered, Donkey Kong style graphics outside of a Donkey Kong game, which was like really cool to see. And it was also like the first time that Nintendo let the characters, as you say, get silly, right? Like like Mario he started to have a personality here, like rather than just being the kind of run and jump. Like, they started to animate him, and in some way, I mean, I don't know if this is hyperbolic or not, but in some way, you could trace this back. There could be an argument to say this is the beginning of like an animated Mario that we now see in like the movies and whatnot,
Gotcha.
right? And I think it was the first time that Mario and Bowser actually like joined forces, because spoiler alert, halfway through the game you join on the same team and you have to fight together. So and Gino, can we talk about Gino, like the little wizard character?
Oh, the wizard.
Yeah, there is like such a call out there for like Gino to make a reappearance.
Where has he been?
Game. Gino is landlocked to Super Mario RPG. And to be forgotten about in time, but the Geno stands out there are really representing. And they did the remake on the Switch, so I've got that, and it's just
cool.
it's a great remake.
I haven't got it, but
you can borrow it.
No, thank you.
Okay, so what do we have to do? We have to decide.
I think all the B's are done now for me. Do you have anything lingering in your B list?
No, my B's are done too.
So we have to move some of these up, because some of these were higher up for the other.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder I'm going to suggest this. I wonder if we put DKC and DKC2 in the A list, because we both think they're amazing games.
And they're both in our A list.
So I think, why don't we just have that?
Fudge.
Yeah.
Well, then that... Okay.
No, not Castlevania.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God, where is it? There it is.
It's the first one. There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
so wait, first off, let me rearrange how we think this should be.
Yeah.
There we
I
go.
agree. I
And
agree.
then let me rearrange this one. I think, I don't know, what do you like? Where do you want this?
I would put I would put Super Mario RPG the second one,
Yeah.
and then that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'll agree with that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. Okay. So this
You
one is
aren't winning
now.
when we have to rearrange the Donkey Kongs. They stay in that order.
You can have it. I'll give it to you. That's fine.
Donkey Kong 2v4 Donkey Kong
I
Country.
can't argue with somebody who says I finally felt
It
seen
did
in a
it.
video game, right?
Yes,
I'm
it
not
did
going to
it.
argue
It
that.
did it first, but I saw myself with that ponytail, and I knew I
Yeah,
wanted to whip my hair back and forth. My
I'll
hair
give it
back,
to you. I ain't going to argue with that.
even though I'm bald, but I wasn't bald when I was a child.
uh, okay. Is it your go or my go?
I think it's your go.
Okay. So, the game I'm going to put here first is Final Fantasy VI.
Okay.
Um, I mean, what's to say? I mean, there's been countless YouTube documentaries about this game.
Exactly.
It is just like obviously one of the all-time like favorites of the world. The like one of the things this game did so well is, especially on the Super Nintendo, was like really be evocative of emotions. It really pulled you into a story with like very simple, use of graphics that were kind of like they started to feel like an audience was growing up with the Super Nintendo, right? A lot of people were on the NES and then we'd move to Super Nintendo. And this was that kind of maturation of like knowing its audience. And it's just hours and hours of gameplay. Uh, I mean, ask me tomorrow and this might end up in the S tier list, but doing this list today, I put this here because of the way I'm going to shake out with the other ones in the list below. But, fucking
Gotcha.
phenomenal game.
Alone,
Sick.
just for the soundtrack
Uh-huh.
alone,
Oh
it
yeah.
goes in the A tier list for me.
Yeah.
So, like I
Yeah.
said before, I was like, if I was creating this list for the time that when I had a Super Nintendo and when I played it,
Mhm.
it wouldn't even make the cut.
Yeah.
But knowing how I like RPGs now, how I enjoy these kind of games nowadays, and playing them and realizing, oh, this game was way before its time. It's like it just captured, and it like captured a whole entire generation
Yep.
of people who like, it's still one of those great games. So I understand
Oh,
now. And but like I said, when as a child me, it would have never made the list. But now as an
sure.
adult me, it's 100% in the A tier list for me.
Yeah. It's fab. So it was in your A tier as well?
Yes,
Okay, good.
it
Okay. I thought we were
was.
gonna have to fight that one out.
No, we
Okay.
wouldn't.
What else is in your A tier?
So my A tier is where was it? Where is it? Okay, Yoshi Island. Yoshi's Island. Super Mario
Mm-hmm.
World 2, Yoshi's Island is in my
Mm-hmm.
A tier because you can't because Super Mario World is in the S tier, obviously. And so yeah, basically we answered what's in the S tier for me now too. So
Yeah. Do you want to say more about Yoshi's Island?
I mean, what is there to say? It's a visual masterpiece. It's
True.
innovative gameplay.
Yeah.
You aim eggs, you flutter jump, you protect baby Mario, and it's a fun world, whimsy, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
challenging game, but it's a good game. It's a great game. There's nothing to say about it. It could be an S tier, but I just happen to like one game better. So
So I have this one in my S tier. I think uh
I can compromise though with one of the games that is in my S tier.
uh yeah, for me, like, so we've already, when we did the top 2D platformers, top 2D Mario
Yes.
platformers on an earlier episode, like Super Mario World is my all-time favorite
Hmm.
game of all time, but also like my favorite Super Mario platformer. However, like on any given day, they can be equal Yoshi's Island and Super Mario World. And one of the things that like the thing that Yoshi's Island did for me and why I think it's S tier is it 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 was they gave it the title of Super Mario World 2, right? So everybody's thinking like, oh, this is like a follow-up, or this is going to
Yeah.
be like just that. But actually, they did that just to sell games, right? This is actually just Yoshi's Island. Let's call it what
Yeah.
it is, right? And I think being brave enough, this is one of the things I love when Nintendo goes, no, we're not going to just do part two of something, right? We're going to actually do something completely left field that you wouldn't even think about that we would be able to do. Um, uh, the This game was the first game. Yes, because this one came out in 1995, and I think it came out before Donkey Kong Country, because I think Donkey Kong Country was 97. I need to get I can't remember my years right now, but I believe, if my poor memory serves me right. So Yoshi's Island came out, and it was the first game that like had so many different layers of to 100% and complete it. Like you had the red coins, you had get Baby Mario across the line with all 30 stars intact. There was, oh, you had to get all 5 sunflowers when you went through the hoop to finish it. And I think there was a couple of other things you had to do. So like, and it really hard. You had to do all of those things in one go. You had to have a perfect run for every level to 100% it, and then like another whole level, a whole nother series of stages opened up. So for me, it was like the first time that I got really stuck into 100%ing something, because it was, perfect gameplay mechanics. Yes, the baby screaming was annoying, but I just think it should be studied today by platforming people to go like, how do you take platforming and throw all these different like nuances and things into it? And plus,
And make it work.
it make it work. And the music is really good. But also the
I mean, that's
graphics. I
why
mean,
that's why it
just
is that's why it is an A tier.
yeah,
I mean, it is an S tier game. So
yeah,
my reasoning, I guess, is just there is no reasoning. We're in an
yeah,
impossible dilemma at this
yeah. We
point.
are.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have to
yeah.
put something somewhere. And I do
Sure.
love Yoshi's Island, but I like
Yeah.
Super Mario World better. So that's why.
Okay.
And but yes. So we can leave that. We
Leave it
can
there
be
for now. Leave it
actually
there
what
for
we
now.
can. No, no, no. This is what because now we're in the reverse. We have to put it here. So this is the argument now. So
Go
what is
on.
in your A tier list that is
Oh,
not on
wait.
here?
Because the what's sorry. Wait. The one that's oh no no no. Well, what's in my A tier? Yeah yeah. Yeah. Chrono Trigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the one I was going to compromise and put in my A tier instead of my S tier.
Ah. Okay. Yeah.
So that's the one. So Chrono Trigger is like basically a time travel RPG, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no grinding needed. Your choices shape the story, which is like build your own adventure, like which is kind
Mm-hmm.
of cool.
It was part of that things I was saying earlier when like Secret of Mana like tried to
Yeah.
kind of take RPGs and do something different with them. Chrono Trigger is in the same space, right? So
Yes, but it did it
yeah,
better.
yeah, exactly. And I think everything from the time travel mechanics through to the story, through to the gameplay, all of it was just it's almost a perfect game,
And
right? And
people
it's
and people still like to talk about it today. So
oh yeah, it's on everyone's like if you've ever played it, it always ends up on people's top whatever list for Super Nintendo, and some
mhm.
people's top 5 games of all time. And it's you can play it now on like I have it on iPhone, you can play it on iOS, you've got it a lot of places, but like the Super NES version is just perfect. And at the time it was just doing things that were really mind-blowing, and it kind of didn't come out, if memory serves me right, like I'm not fully aware of this, but like I feel like it sort of came out and then had a quiet swell of like people discovering it, and then suddenly it became this like, oh my gosh, have you played this game, it's really really good, rather than having this huge like launch
Exactly.
and being this big
There was no
game.
launch. It
Like
just people
yeah,
discovered it.
exactly. So
Okay.
there's like it's a kind of out of nowhere. I mean, it's Squaresoft, which is obviously a great publisher and developer and all that stuff. But yeah,
So
I
my
mean, I get
reasoning to
yeah,
put it in the S
yeah,
tier is because everybody and everything I've read and everything I've watched and everything I've
mm-hmm,
researched says it's the perfect game. Well,
mm,
like it's like a perfect game.
yeah,
So it's like this is S tier then.
yeah,
So but okay, but because of my liking and who I am,
right,
I will put it in the A tier because I do agree. I think I have more fun and more enjoyment and replayability in Yoshi's Island than I would
Mm-hmm.
on Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
If you base it on how I judge games is
Yeah.
replayability
Yeah.
and just pure enjoyment of just
Yeah.
enjoying just jumping into a game, not caring about a story and playing and having fun. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of how I judge things a lot of
Yeah.
times.
I would agree with that. And again, like you ask me tomorrow and I'd say, oh no, Chrono Trigger over Yoshi's Island. But like
Exactly.
I think, yeah, it's
Depends on your day and your mood. Like what are you in the mood for? So
yeah, for sure.
all right, so let's rearrange these. Final
Yes.
Fantasy, Chrono Trigger. Where do you want these two to be?
Oh, I would
In front of Donkey Kong or behind Donkey Kong?
I almost would put Chrono Trigger in front of Donkey Kong because then it feels like emotionally it's like just touching the S tier place, right?
Okay.
As we both know, it's
Okay.
like a
Yeah,
perfect
that's
game.
true. And
And where would you put Final Fantasy?
I keep it here.
Yeah, I think so. Because then, based
Yeah.
on what we said in terms of pick up and play and enjoyment, but
Yes.
yeah,
That's how I like it right now.
yeah, yeah,
I like it.
love it. Right?
Okay. So now S tier. Bottom of my S tier list. This is hard. This is hard. Okay. Super Metroid. Put right here.
Yeah,
Super Metroid. It is what defined Metroidvania, right?
yeah,
So
100.
just a great game. It's just a good game. I can't say any more about it. Like if you like
Mm,
Metroid, I'm a Metroid fan. It
yeah,
is. I love Metroid, and this is
yeah,
one of the best games to come to like, that ever made for
yeah.
Metroid. Like it's the best one.
Oh, I mean, it the
Like it's on the
the
level for me of Dread, Metroid Dread for the Switch,
yes.
that platformer, and then this, like that's like boom. Those are like neck and neck. Those are good
Hmm.
games.
It is. It is. It. So the original Metroid on the NES, it was obtuse. It's like the map was there was actually no map. So you just had to kind of like fumble your way through things and try to. A lot of
Yeah.
people would like draw their own maps out and stuff. There was no like the save system was really fucked up with like the passwords and whatever. And there was a lot
Oh, I
of like
remember that.
really poor like jumping mechanics in it. Like it was never the physics were really fucked up in it. But so but Super Metroid came in and it just like
Fixed
made sure
everything.
all of those things were fixed, right? You had the most innovative map at the time. You had save rooms. You had like missile fill up places. You had new weapons with the super bomb. It you
It
it
still
the
influences games today. This
oh
one,
hundred
like
percent like
when we say Metroidvania, like this is the
yeah
blueprint for
yeah for
any of
sure.
those platformers.
And don't get me started on the atmosphere with this game. Like
Oh my
it's
god, it was
just so
lonely and
creepy,
dark,
so
dark,
lonely.
lonely. Ugh.
The music, it was I can still hear it in my head. I could like I can't hum it, but I know it's like playing in my mind right now. It is a phenomenal video game and one that like
And it was like
anybody
open-ended
should have played
exploration
it.
too, right? Like you can kind of like
Yeah,
explore a bit,
you can
go backtrack,
explore,
and
but like you have yes you can, but because of like the way you find your upgrades as you go through, like you things are
got it.
blocked off until you find it, so it's not just free roam, but you have to discover like where you need to go and
That's
all that
right.
kind of
Yeah,
stuff, so like so you can get the right power up at the right time. It's just it's perfect. It's a perfect game. It's a perfect game.
it is.
Perfect.
It is great. It is
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I like I said, I haven't played it in years, but also like I just remember like I just remember playing it, and it's like this is a
Hmm.
good game. So
Hmm. It was great. Yeah.
yeah. So what's next for you?
I'm gonna put Zelda up there. The Link to the Past. A Link to the Past. I- you know, like the interest. Interestingly, like I remember playing Zelda, the Legend of Zelda on the NES with my friend Sean, who I grew up with, and like and getting really into it and thinking it was like really cool. Like this, you just discover these dungeons, all the secrets, and you fight these bosses and all that stuff. It was totally different to all the like platforming games that I,
Uh-huh.
had. I thought the video games were just platforming or Pac-Man or whatever. So it really unlocked this sense of games can be a different thing. Um, but then, like when The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past came out, I didn't play it right away on the Super Nintendo. Like I kind of was like, oh yeah, that's there, but it wasn't one I was like, oh, I've got to rush out and get it. And it was only like later towards the end of the life of the Super Nintendo that I actually picked it up and played it. And I was like, oh my God, why the fuck did I wait so long to play this game? I don't know what was going on with me at the time. And maybe I was just, I was probably just into like fighting games. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do RPGs. Like, I just want to do fighting and, shooty stuff or whatever. So it's so good. Like the thing that happens, spoiler alert, for a however many year old game, most games would be the first 3 pendants that you have to find. When you have to go and do like the first 3 little pendants that you find.
Okay,
And
yeah.
then all of a sudden the game goes, oh no, there's like 7 other dungeons that you have to go find and a dark world that you have to work through. So it just becomes this like huge, massive game
Yeah.
that like I was just like, how can this be on this little cartridge? How did they do
Right.
that? And just, stunning graphics, music is great, great
Smart dungeon
story.
design, mystical tone makes it
Yeah.
endlessly replayable. Like that it's just very enjoyable game.
Yeah.
That's blends the puzzle solving with exploration and combat. It's one of the perfect games. And sadly and thankfully, I didn't actually start play it until Switch Online.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, it's one of the
Okay.
games
So
I
you
just
came
never
to it later.
had. So like I always
Okay.
had like the fun games as a child. And then when the Switch Online, I was like, I gotta check this out. And I was like, this game's amazing. Like where like how did this game come out when it did? Like this is so good. Like should be out now. But
yeah.
it's just it's a great game.
I mean, all of those things. I mean, what else? What more can we say? Just
What
phenomenal.
more?
And if you haven't played Legends of Zelda: Link to the Past, what are you doing? Stop this podcast now and go play it, please.
Right. Also, Super Mario World. What can we say? It is one of the best games ever. It's the gold standard for 2D platforming. It's intuitive. It's joyful. It's packed with secrets. I don't know. It's just it's a great game. It's one of the perfect games. So it's comfort food for any gamer.
Comfort food, yeah, totally. I mean, we talked about it more on when we did ranking
all the Mario games,
our top 10 or our top favorite 2D Mario games. So like, go back and check out that episode. So, what else more can we say about it? But it just Yoshi.
Now the order of these
Yoshi.
games.
It's Yoshi.
The order of these games for the tier list, S tier. I kind of want to put Metroid. See how I would do it. I would do this.
Okay.
Currently, just because this is fresh in my mind.
Yeah.
Actually, I did play Super Mario World the other day too on my little handheld, but this is more on my mind because Super Mario World is more of just like, and it's fun and it's enjoyable and I love it and everything. But this one just has depth, the Zelda for me. So, and same with Metroid, but I'm okay with leaving it.
I would put Metroid there. Yeah, Super Metroid needs to go there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Again, I maybe would switch Super Mario World and Super Metroid, but I think that's right the way that we've got it here. So, yeah. Sick.
All right.
Okay, that wasn't too painful. I thought
it wasn't
there was going to be some more
painful, but this is SNES ranking. ChatGPT made the list.
Yeah.
And we took that list and said, okay, let's make it our own.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, if we made our top 20, I think some of these games wouldn't be in there.
No.
It would be
Yeah. I don't think
most of them will be in there, but
yeah.
But I would have threw Mario Kart in there somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. Mario Kart must be in there. I think I wouldn't have ActRaiser.
It's not the perfect Mario Kart, but it is definitely one of the games that I spent hours and hours playing.
Yeah. So. For sure. Yeah, and I feel like there's a few other like kind of on my personal list. There's a few other RPGs that probably would have made this list, But I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. This is good. Cool. Okay.
Well,
do you want to read out the list in order, Mike, that we came up with?
Our list. Okay.
Yeah.
We have Zelda: A Link to the Past, followed by Super Mario World, Super Metroid, and Yoshi's Island, all in S tier. A tier: Chrono Trigger, Donkey Kong Country 2, Donkey Kong Country, Final Fantasy 6, or 3. I don't know why that exists like that. Anyway.
Oh, because of the way. Oh, do this and I'll go back to it. Keep going,
Sure.
and then I'll tell you why.
B tier: Mega Man X, Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and Castlevania 4. C tier: Secret of Mana, EarthBound, Contra 3, Tetris Attacks, Tetris Attack, and then D tier, Star Fox, F-Zero, Actraiser, and Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Yeah. ActRaiser. It's
Actraiser.
Razor,
I keep
like
on doing
Razor.
that.
Yeah. 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 So the great list, Final Fantasy, the reason it was like that is because it's actually, I know I'm going to get turned backwards. It's actually Fantasy 6 in
Final
Japan.
Fanny.
Final Fantasy 6 in Japan, but Final Fantasy 3 in the US because there were several that weren't released in the US. So when this game came out in the US, they just kept the chronological order of what we were at in the US, right?
Yeah,
So
because they're not
yeah.
like direct sequels, right?
No, I mean in the Final Fantasy fandom, some people say they're all connected, but like what
Circle
is a
of
sequel?
Life.
What is a sequel? Is that right? Is it is it that way around? 5, 6? I can't remember. But the number, I can't remember which way it was back and forth or whatever, but the numbering
All I
convention
remember
in
is
the
when I
US and the
had
West is
Final
different.
Fantasy
So
on PlayStation, I had all these discs, and I was like, why do I have so many discs and I don't know what I'm doing?
yes.
So,
Well, then that actually, yeah, that answers it. I can't. Oh, anyways, I can't remember. But that's it. The numbers are all messed up because of what was released in the West and
no, what I'm
in
saying
the
is
East and
one
stuff.
game had like 4 discs to it.
Oh yeah,
And it
yeah. When it
was,
was on
I can't,
PlayStation 1. Yeah.
and I can't remember, I remember that, and I can't believe we dealt with that.
Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah. You would have to be like, please insert disc 2 now or whatever,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God.
Oh my gosh. And then you'd have the whole problem of like, what if one of your like disc 4 was scratched or something?
Oh,
So you'd make it
fuck.
all the way through. Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Rough
Um,
times to be a gamer.
yeah, that's it. That's it. You had to physically insert your game and to play them. Ooh.
I like this list. I'm
Yeah,
happy
this was
about it.
fun.
I would like to do another one with our own picks. Would
Yeah,
be good
cool.
too. I
That
think
would be
most of
really
these would
good.
be on there though. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to stop
Uh,
sharing.
yeah, great listeners. What do you think? What do you think to that list? Do you agree with ChatGPT? Do you disagree with ChatGPT? What would be your top 20 SNES games that you would have on your list? Share in the
Is
comments.
ChatGPT your bestie?
Is ChatGPT your bestie? Yeah.
I call ChatGPT Daddy, and it says, "Oh, we're doing this again." And it said, "Here's Daddy's list of his top SNES games." It knows me too well.
I don't really know ChatGPT. I don't really use it all that much. So I'm finding it fascinating because I know you're really good with it. But like I find it fascinating like what you can get it to do and stuff. So that was for me. That was a fun way to think about.
Yeah.
There's people there like people using it for like really amazing stuff to like change the world, and I'm like, no, let's do a top 20 list.
let's destroy the planet and use water to cool ChatGPT
Oh
for our top
yeah.
20
Oh,
list.
there is all
Oh,
that. Oh, I
great.
can't feel that. But okay. Well. There you go. Think about some happy thoughts when you go and play Super Nintendo games from that top 20 list.
Yes.
Anything else, Mike, for the
Oh
listeners
no,
that
that's
we
a
want to say
fun
about
little
this list?
top 20 list.
Yeah, really good. Well, I think that's probably about it. Mike, tell the listeners where they can find us on our
Yeah. Check
socials.
us out at Out of Sync Gaming on Instagram and TikTok, Out of Sync Gaming Station on Twitch. We haven't done much with that yet, but we would like to. We'd like to do some live gameplay and let us know what you want to see if you'll tune in. And I'll definitely hit it up and put some games on there, maybe some Donkey Kong Bonanza when it comes out.
Ooh, yeah.
And you can also email us questions at gamers at outofsyncgaming.co.uk. That's gamers at outofsyncgaming.co.uk. And of course on YouTube. Hopefully you found us there. Like and subscribe.
Yeah. Also on Blue
Please.
Sky, growing a little bit of growing some presence there over on Blue Sky in that lovely little community that they've got. They're really good. Great. That's about all we've got for this episode. But remember, until next time,
Play what you want to.
bye.
Bye.